All right, here we are. We got it. I told y'all. Brick Lady. What is her name? Rhoda Osman, aka something else. I don't even remember all the names. We'll go look at that in a minute. But here it is. Woman known as Brick Lady charged in Houston after being accused of making the whole thing up, raising $42,000 on GoFundMe. I told y'all she was ripping off black women. That's who gave her all this money. Talking about black women are the least protected, and they're least protected from what? From other black women stealing and scamming from them. That's what they're unprotected from. Black women doing this. If you wouldn't mind taking a moment, go ahead and like and subscribe for me. Like this video, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you can come back for more. It'll really help me out with the algorithm and help this channel to grow and keep getting this message out to you. Like and subscribe. Thanks. Raising $42,000 on GoFundMe. I told y'all she was ripping off black women. That's who gave her all this money. Talking about black women are the least protected, and they're least protected from what? From other black women stealing and scamming from them. That's what they're unprotected from. Black women doing this. Black women stealing from other black women with a bunch of foolishness, a bunch of nonsense, a bunch of lies, a bunch of feminist foolishness that is not rooted in any reality. This is from News Channel 2 in Houston. Take note. This isn't from some blogger or something. This is from the news. She has been arrested by the police for criminal activity. As I told you, I was one of the first people, the first one I even know of, who created a video talking about the GoFundMe scam. There were a bunch of other people who were making videos saying they thought the situation was fake, but they weren't giving you the motive behind it. And I showed you her GoFundMe in the very early days of this and said, this is the scam. Not only does she have this GoFundMe for this incident, she has prior GoFundMes for similar incidents in Minneapolis. I showed you that one. And I think I showed you an article where she talked about another incident in Texas. And she's just getting beat up all around the place. According to her, random men just assault her all the time. We also later would show you a video of her doing the same thing at another club, pointing at her face, talking about somebody just hit her. And then we showed you a few weeks ago that she said two black women jumped on her at yet another club. It's crazy. Let's read this. Houston, a woman who went viral for social media after making claims a man assaulted her with a brick outside a Houston club, is now accused of raising tens of thousands of dollars in a GoFundMe scam. Roda Osman, 33, has been charged with felony theft by deception. According to charging documents, Osman raised at least $40,000 through a fraudulent GoFundMe page she started in September that claimed she was the victim of a similar attack more than 3 years ago. All right. That's the one in Minnesota that I showed you guys in the early days of the claim of being attacked at the club in September. On September 3rd, Houston police officers responded to an aggravated assault incident. They met Osman and her female friend. During the investigations, officer reported that Osman was intoxicated, hostile, and irate. Of course, that's how these banshees are. That's how this type of, um, I am woman strong. Women are better than men, and queer women are better than straight women, and even queer men putting on a wig are more women than straight women. That's her position. I showed you that video. She told you women, y'all only even know how to walk. Y'all was walking like gorillas until gay men with wigs on showed you how to sissy or walk. That's her. So that's the disposition of that type of personality. Someone coming from that type of mind state, that they would be hostile and irate, even with somebody who's trying to help them. They call for the police finally, and of course she's going to go out the police because she lives off of rage and grievance and constant complaint. Let's get back to the article. In the original police report made at the scene, Osman claimed that she was on Schumacher Lane, where an unknown man threw a brick at her when she would not give him her phone number, court documents show. Okay, that's the story she ended up also telling online in that video that we all saw when she's supposedly in the hospital in the hospital gown. She also told officers she had ordered an Uber and believed the brick throwing suspect was the Uber driver. Osman said she got into the car with him, where he then t- tried to kidnap her. This is extra. According to the documents, Osman stated the suspect was involved in human trafficking and had a large group of women in the car with him. Now, the large group of women part was an add-on to her public story later, but she didn't tell that part originally. But at that night on the scene, before she made the video with her story that she put online, she had already claimed he had tried to kidnap her, but she wasn't telling that lie as part of her public story. She's changing up her story from moment to every time she tells it. You're going to see it's different because she's a liar. You thought somebody who had a car full of women was an Uber driver. You thought that was an Uber pickup with a bunch of women already in the car. Okay. Did you order a shared Uber? If you didn't order a shared Uber, how would you think other people are in your Uber? Can't even lie straight. Can't even give a lie that makes even a little bit of sense. So this was the night of September 3rd when the incident happened. On September 15th, detectives tried to reach Osman, but the number she provided was her friend's number, who was also at the scene when the incident was reported. She won't even give the police her real number. Yeah, more lies on the police report. That's just another lie she put on the police report. The friend said she was not from Houston and went out to several places to drink with Osman. She and Osman reportedly called her male friends to come pick them up. All right. When the men arrived, Osman and the friend got into the vehicle. This is the story they're telling. Remember dark colored sedan that they told that they got into. All right. That's going to matter. And then when she got in the car, the friend reportedly heard her yell, "Ouch, why you hit me?" But stated that she did not hear an argument before she heard Osman yell that. Wait a minute. Supposedly she was already hit, but now she's saying the man that she called to pick her up, a man that she knows hit her, according to her friend's testimony. Okay. All right. There's some more dumb details from her friend that make no sense. We're going to kind of skip that and move forward. So a detective finally made contact with Osman Brick Baby on September 19th. During the phone interview, Osman told the detective that her friend came to town and picked all the clubs. So she tried to put it on her friend now. Her friend came to her town and told her where to go. So it's the friend's fault. This is the kind of person she is. According to the charging documents, when the dark colored sedan pulled up, Osman thought it was the Uber. Okay, we read that stupidness already. When Osman was asked where was her friend at the time, she reportedly became upset and said her friend was far away from her while talking to another guy. Of course, because remember the story is black men stood around and didn't do anything, but the truth is her friend was right there the whole time. We're going to find that out. So it says that Osman changed her story from the club they originally said they were at and said she was at a whole different club. So story keeps changing. One minute she was being kidnapped, another minute she wasn't, right? One minute she's at one club, she's at this O2 lounge. The next minute she's at the Liquid Lounge, okay? On September 20th, Houston police detectives canvassed the area and they found a business that had a camera out there. So detectives said that Douglas and okay, before we get to that, well, it says that um, the incident actually happened at the TikTok garden. That's another lounge, all right, and that she met up with the dude, and I did a video somewhat about him that Daphne found, who's the queen of accountability. And played a video where she talked to this guy, and the video surveillance showed that she was hanging out with this Douglas guy, right? She was hanging out with him. Her and her friend went into the club with him. They came back out of the club with him. That while they were outside of the club, the surveillance footage shows that Osman started dancing on Douglas. Did no man walk up to her and ask her for a number and then get mad because she didn't give him her number? She was putting that booty on him and freak dancing on him, popping, twerking on him, all that kind of stuff, sexual dancing. Then they got into the Maserati together. What color was the Maserati? White. Again, let's go back to the police report. She reported a dark colored sedan that she got in. The video evidence shows she got into a white sedan. She lies. she lies and she lies some more. And it just goes on and on. Reportedly, her and the guy got into an argument. Um, he then left the scene. Her and her friend had some other dudes pull up in an Audi 3. So this is some other dudes that they called, and no incident of her getting hit with the brick is on video. The whole thing is made up. The only guys she interacted with were men she knew who she was hanging out with. No strange man came up to her, tried to get her number, and then hit her with a brick because he was mad. But this is the lie that black women tell on black men. This is the same lie I told you about that Color Purple perpetrates. That whole movie is a propaganda piece to say black men are just evil beasts who just beat women for no reason, who are just mean and benevolent for no reason. This is the ideology of white supremacy that they took from Birth of a Nation, from W.D. Griffith, and they perpetuate it forward. And we see it in all these incidents with these white supremacist minded black women, these feminist minded black women. And we told you, we examined that feminism is nothing but female white supremacy that black women have taken from their white female masters and have subsumed them to themselves, and then project the misandry of the white feminists for her men onto black men and try to paint black men in this kind of way. It's all a scam. The whole situation, the whole circumstance, the whole mind frame is one big scam. We told you. We've been told you. Where's our apology, black women? You owe black men an apology. All came out here, talked about how black men don't protect black women, and we're just out here coming out here to beat on black women. It's all a lie. And now she's under arrest. There's your patron saint of black female feminism under arrest for fraud. Go ahead and like and subscribe for me. Like this video, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you can come back for more. It'll really help me out with the algorithm and help this channel to grow and keep getting this message out to you. Like and subscribe. Thanks.